Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So in the series of MySQL videos, today we are going to see a very important topic, aggregate functions. So it is a popular topic and it contains a number of functions which we are going to see, and we will take everything from very basics and will explain you everything in detail. Okay, let's start with what is aggregate functions. So I want to explain you the basic definition and the meaning. I have copied this from over the internet. You can see the main thing is to explain you. So what are aggregate functions? So in database management, an aggregate function is basically a function where the values of multiple rows are grouped together as input on a certain criteria. Obviously this definition would not have been clear to you, that's why I am here. Aggregate functions means, as the name suggests, aggregate means we have multiple rows. I want to apply some function. Okay, I will tell SQL to query all the records, to fetch all the records, apply that function which I am telling you, okay, and give me the combined result. Fine, that is aggregate result. So these functions are basically used to do some aggregation work, means combinedly on all the rows or all the records which are meeting my conditions. Okay, various aggregate functions are like count, sum, average, min and max. So I will start with count. As the name suggests, count function means it will count the number of records. Okay, can you connect with this word count? Okay, we will see the practical to explain you better. Before that, I want to say that if you have not watched the previous videos, I will mention the list of playlist in the description. Just go and first watch the previous videos. It will be very helpful to you. I have taken everything from what is database, what is table, creating database, creating table, everything, so it will be easy for you. Then come to this video. Okay, so let's go with the practical. So I have one table already created with me, that is employee table. So let's consider that it is a record of some employees in any ABC company. Okay, it has employee ID, first name, last name, salary and department as the fields. Okay, there are multiple employees. Okay, now I want to count that how many employees or how many total number of rows are present in my given employee table, or how many employees are present in my company. I can use count function. How to use? Just use select, then function name to select count of which column. Here you need to specify the column. I want to take all the column, means I am not taking only, or I mean to say I am not applying any condition that only go with this particular department, count for only this department employees. No, just take everything, select count of a star from employee, and whatever you are counting. Okay, I will tell you first this. So it is saying that count of star result is 6, means you have 6 total employees. I have counted that there are 6 total records in the employee table. Okay, so the field name that it has resulted me in the result is count of star. I can modify this resultant field as, let's say, select count of star, and whatever the result you obtain, store it in new field, let's say my count. Okay, from employee. So you can see that my count is 6. Now it's easy to read. Okay, so I can easily understand that there are total 6 columns, I mean 6 records. Now I want to check that how many employees are present in my table who belongs to department called HR. Okay, so if you don't know what is where clause, I have explained in just the previous video before this video, you can check that out. Okay, so select count of a star. Okay, all the columns from my count, and the condition is the department should be HR, and you can see that here only 3 rows are there with department HR. So my counting is 3. Obviously this first 3. You can check with test also, only 1 will be there, the last row, the counting is 1. Okay, so that was about your count function. You can count the number of records based on your given condition. Okay, you can use where, you can use and with conditions in front of where, you can use in, not in, all these things. The main logic is you need to count. Okay, okay, I'm clearing the screen and we'll go with the next function. So that was my table, select star from employee. Okay, my next table is, my next function is sum. As the name suggests, the sum will basically, when you will be applying this on a table, the sum will be doing the addition of the multiple rows of some field values which you are specifying. Okay, your multiple fields, let's say I want to know that I have multiple departments in my company. Let's say I take HR department, so how much total salary I am paying to HR department, which is being further distributed to individual employees like Jay, Joe and Ben. But I, as a manager or as a CEO of company, I want to know that out of my 1000 records, how much total salary I am allocating to HR department. Okay, so what I can do, that select sum of salary, just take this field, sum of salary, select sum of salary. Remember one thing, all these things, select sum of salary or this sum function, you can use in capital also. Somewhere you will find they are writing capital SUM. It varies version to version, not matters. Here also if I write capital it will work, but I find it easy to write it in a small letter, but it is not wrong. Okay, select sum of salary, and whatever sum you get, store it in new field, that is, let's say my sum, so that it's easy to understand. Okay, select sum of salary, my sum, from employee table, where, okay, you need to do sum of all those records only where department is present as, let's say, HR. Okay, you can see that it has given me 1,50,000, and you can calculate HR department 10,000 plus 90,000 plus 50,000. Yes, it's coming 90,000 plus 10,000, 1 lakh plus 50,000, 1,50,000. Okay, so in this way you can do the sum of particular field, okay, particular numeric fields, and give the condition further. Here you can write where department equals to HR and city is equals to Noida. In this way you can give many conditions in front of where. That's a different thing, it depends on your use case, but the main part here is you can do sum in this way. Fine, I think it's clear to you. That was about sum, quite simple. The next query which we have is average. That's the arithmetic average which you do in mathematics. Average means find the average of few numbers. Okay, it will give the mean value. Okay, so here I have thousands of employees in my company. Like here 6 employees are present. For me it's a small table, a small database. Out of 6 employees I am distributing multiple value of salaries to different employees depending on their roles, profile. Okay, I want to know that in my company what is the average salary that I am giving to all the employees. So simple, select average of salary. So AVG function is there. On field salary you apply AVG, store the result in, let's say, my average. Okay, this is a variable, you can take any name depending on your requirement. Okay, and from employee, so overall average is 47,500 rupees which you are distributing to employees. You can find average of salary in one department also. Let's say select average of salary from employee where department is equals to Dev. So for Dev department, what is the average salary? For Dev department, out of 60,000 and 55,000, you can see that the average salary is 57,500. This is easy to identify. Human can also identify here 55,000 and 60,000. Between that, the average is 57,500. Okay, this is also simple, clear. So this was about average. In this way, you can find average. Okay, I am again clearing the screen for better view because it goes down and then when you watch the video, it's not visible to you. Okay, again display all the records from employee table. Here it is. The next query or the next function which we have is min and max. As the name suggests, min means I will apply some query on records. When the records will match that condition, it will pick and it will find some minimum value from that particular field or maximum value. How to use that? Let's say in HR department there are multiple salaries Okay, 10,000, 90,000, 50,000, not fixed. Again, the same case depending on the employee's profile. Okay, I want to find that in HR department, what is the minimum salary I am giving to them. Okay, so select min of salary, store the result in my min salary. Okay, store the result in this resultant field, my min salary, select from employee where department is equals to HR. Any guess what you will get the result? I am selecting the minimum salary out of all available records for HR department. Here HR department only 3 records are present. Out of these 3 records the minimum salary is 10,000. Let's check. Yes, my min salary is 10,000. Okay, same way you can do max salary. So you can write that here, max function. So calculate the maximum salary out of all the records which are meeting my condition, and that condition is department is HR. Maximum salary is 90,000. You can see out of 10,000, 90,000 and 50,000, 90,000 is highest in HR department. Okay, you can do for whole table also. If you don't specify the condition where you want to find the maximum salary from whole table, don't give the condition, it will take all the records. The maximum salary is still 90,000, which is present in HR department. Okay, okay, you can do the minimum salary also, you can do sum of salary also, everything in your whole table also, or you can put some where conditions also. Okay, so that was about maximum and min. So I've given you a very basic idea. If you go into advanced, the same thing will be there. What will happen? This part will be same. Okay, maximum, minimum. Here you will be writing some where conditions, group by condition, order by condition, everything. Okay, depending on your use case, many things will be there. Okay, but how to apply these aggregate functions? We have seen that we have aggregated multiple rows, we counted the rows. Okay, we aggregated the results of multiple rows to find the maximum salary. We aggregated the results of multiple or we can say we aggregated the multiple records to find the minimum salary, to find the sum of salary. Okay, so that was the use case of aggregate functions. So if you see any database like InfluxDB or MongoDB, everywhere you will find aggregate functions. So because it is very useful when you are fetching on a large number of records. So that was about this video. If you like the content, please like, mention in the comments, and share the video, subscribe the channel, and do follow the series of the videos which are coming. It will be enough for you for preparation of any MySQL related exam, placement or college work, anything.